What do you think is going to be the next battle after this the COVID stuff in terms of the political battle? Because you had the Brexit, that's over. Now you
Yeah.
got the pandemic, that's going to be over. What's next? Do you think?
Well, I think the next battle is going to be the way the government decides that it wants to now improve our lives, because they've now
Mm-hmm.
shown that they can control people.
Yeah.
They've now gone, this is great. We can tell people not to do something. And guess what? They don't do it. Next thing is
Mm.
going to be the green agenda, right?
Yep.
The next thing is going to be, I heard an MP and I was horrified. I can't tell you who it was, but at PMQs this week, one backbench Tory MP got up and actually said these words: should we not make it compulsory for new build houses to have solar panels?
Oh my
And I
God.
was like, sorry, what? I mean, I don't want to be told by MPs who I pay their salary for that something's going to be made compulsory. So if I want to build a house, I'm told by the government that I have to
Mm.
put solar panels in.
Yep.
I'm also going to be told by the government that I've got new petrol going into my car. Apparently, come this autumn, they're going to have this new E10 petrol, which apparently is going to be cleaner and easy. And I mean, it doesn't affect most people, but if you've got an old Fiat, for example, from 1999, you're not going to be able to put this petrol in your car because it's not compatible. They're also telling me that, if I want to buy a Land Rover Defender post about 2030,
Yep.
it's not going to be diesel anymore. It's only going to be electric.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to try and push this green agenda on us. They're going to try and make you buy a boiler, which is going to be less damaging to the climate. They're going to tell us that we
Mm-hmm.
have to be more climate friendly.
Mm.
They're going to start blocking even more roads, and I think we're at a real kind of crossroads here in terms of how powerful the government would like to be and how much they'd like to influence our behaviour. I think Sage has taught them that you can make people do anything.
Yes, I think that you're absolutely right. I mean, there are two aspects of it when it comes to the next battle. One is the policy area, and you're right, it's going to be
Mm,
the green agenda. One is the fundamental part of it, which is the more philosophical side, which is about control versus
right.
freedom, or versus trusting the public. And it's obviously there are testing the waters with all the other things. Junk food ban after 9 p.m. Pizza
Right.
toppings are going to be like changed or banned, reduced. We've already done the sugar tax stuff. Everything, all these sort of things are going to be changed in the interest of the public, whether it's public
Yeah.
health or public behavior. And of course, part of it is going to be the green agenda in the interest of the planet. And I think putting aside which one is right or wrong, that's irrelevant because sometimes the intention is good to help the planet or to help the public health.
Oh yeah, and you
But
can't
how you do
argue
it
with
is
it
different.
because if you argue with it, you must be some kind of horrible,
Yeah,
nasty,
I think you
evil
don't care
person.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the
I
issue.
mean, it is.
How do we do it? How do we deal with it? Because when the pandemic started, there were two school of thought saying that pandemics, just like wars, they will either move the kind of the wave of the public and generally globally as well, either towards authoritarianism or libertarianism. I had
Mm.
initially thought it's going to be make people more libertarian, but no, it's made people more
No.
authoritarian.
Well, do you know what's funny is that there's obviously a huge number of people out there, and I'm not one of them, and neither are you,
Hmm.
who actually their life is easier if you tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Some people are confused if they're given a choice.
Hmm.
And if you say to them, "Look, just do what you want,"
Mm.
they kind of go, "Sorry,
Yep.
what? What you mean? I can do anything I want?" And
Yep.
and they can't grasp it. I think people now, because of the way that we've been conditioned, and I don't want to get too deep here
No. No.
about new high tech companies
Mm.
and Facebook and Google, but you are kind of shoved into various different directions whereby now, for example, if you're about to say something on Twitter, I don't know if you've had this where it says, do you really want to say that?
Mm. Mm.
Would you like to reconsider before you send it? And I'm like, I don't know if I can swear on it, you tell me if I